Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is getting ready for a huge breakout to happen very soon. I really do hope you're ready with your long trades. Let me show you. In yesterday's video, we talked about the importance of the Fibonacci retracement price target of approximately 106,000 US dollars. Also, yesterday on Twitter, I was updating you almost in real time. I actually said to you right here, a friendly reminder that Bitcoin just hit the big support level. And you can also right here see the exact prediction I made, looking for a bounce at this specific area. And of course, right now, let's see if we are going to be able to continue our way massively towards the upside, towards our next major price target. On the push towards downside also, something very important happened, which is going to be that Bitcoin filled the semi-gap at approximately 106.5 thousand US dollars. We hit our major area of support, which was also the very important price target of our second elite wave. That is why right now we do need to talk about the price target of the third elite wave, and also actually remember the Fibonacci time I mentioned yesterday. Look at this, measuring the entire A wave, putting the third pivot at the start of the C wave. It really does look like we bottomed almost exactly at our 1-to-1, almost exactly at our major price target, and right now Bitcoin is seeing a push towards the upside. So let's talk about right now what we can expect next, because the reality is quite a big resistance level is coming up for Bitcoin at approximately 109,000 US dollars. That is why I would still be aware of this specific level, and I am going to share with you why 109,000 US dollars, it is still actually going to be a major level for you to be aware of. But nevertheless, let's right now talk about a bigger bullish scenario, why in the next couple of days, if the breakout is going to be successful, we can literally be expecting another all-time high. Also yesterday on Twitter, I posted a very important poll where I asked you, do we get a new Bitcoin all-time high by the end of July? And majority of you actually do agree with me, because 67.4% actually said yes. Let's see if something like that is going to happen. But nevertheless, if we are right now going to move in terms of our 5-wave elite wave price structure towards the upside, for sure we could be expecting another all-time high. What exactly do I have in mind? We can go right now with our first impulsive elite wave right here. We are going to go with a correction that, as of right now, clearly it does look finished at approximately 105.1 thousand US dollars. And if Bitcoin right now continues higher impulsively with very high volume, we are forming our third elite wave, then we can expect the fourth one, and then of course also another push towards the upside for us to actually finish the entire 5-wave price structure towards the upside. And probably right here you're asking yourself, what is the exact target of the third elite wave if we do right now continue higher? All we have to do, Fibonacci extension, we are going to go from the exact low towards the exact high towards the exact low. And in this case, we only need to be aware of one very important price target, which is going to be 1.618 Fibonacci extension level that is right now landing at approximately 121,000 US dollars. Now, if we are applying the logarithmic chart, it is going to be slightly higher at 122,000 US dollars, but nevertheless, let's just say 121,000 US dollars is right now going to be the price target of Bitcoin if we continue moving higher towards the upside impulsively with very high volume. That is why I am telling to you, hopefully you're ready with your long trades. And also right now, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are really possible. And also, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now also do share with you something that you really need to be aware once Bitcoin continues higher. As I said before, 109,000 US dollars, it is still going to be a very important level that Bitcoin right now still needs to break towards the upside. And something that you need to be aware of once we are going to hit the level is going to be the volume and also the open interest. What are you right now going to see with open interest? We are seeing quite a significant push towards downside, while the CVD indicator is also dropping lower. What does it mean? people are closing long positions on the move towards the upside, which theoretically speaking is not the biggest bullish Bitcoin indication. On the other hand, if you right now pay attention to the volume, at least we are seeing some kind of a volume increase. And also, overall speaking, as you most probably already know, we are still moving in a significant uptrend, looking at the exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly, on the 2 hourly, and on the 4 hourly time frame. So I would say like that. I am looking for higher targets. I continue holding all of my long positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on many different cryptocurrencies, on many different altcoins. However, once we are going to hit 109,000 US dollars, this level right here is really going to be a decision point for Bitcoin if we want to continue higher towards 120,000 US dollars or not, because this specific area is really not a random level. Bitcoin is actually still trading in quite a significant descending channel, and the top of the descending channel is coming in exactly at 109,000 US dollars, exactly at the recent high right here, and additionally it aligns with the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level, and additionally also a major liquidity level is going to land exactly at this specific area. And of course, because we trade from level to level, if you're right now holding brand new long position on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on whatever altcoin, at least in my opinion, it is quite smart for you to pay yourself at least a little bit at this specific area, move your stop loss to break even, and once we do see a successful breakout, simply we can be looking to add even more to our long positions, because probably then we are expecting another all-time high if this specific level is going to see a break towards the upside, and only then of course we can talk about a bigger third elite wave towards 120,000 US dollars. Now, additionally, what you're going to right now see on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. In yesterday's video, I told you if we are going to right now see a push towards downside, long positions are going to be liquidated, and it really does look like on the move down, long positions got liquidated, approximately 130 million, but also right now, the next biggest liquidation cluster on the 2-week time frame for Bitcoin is not coming in below the recent lows, but actually above the recent highs. So if we go right now higher, which in my opinion we do have quite a high probability of doing, slightly less than 300 million of short positions are going to get wrecked and completely liquidated. That is why I am telling to you 109,000 US dollars is a level where we are not going to joke around. This is the level where potentially we might even be interested in a short or a sell position if we are going to see some bearish divergences on many different indicators, if we are going to see some bearish absorption. If there is going to be no bearish absorption, no bearish divergences, I am expecting a breakout right here and literally for Bitcoin to continue its way towards another all-time high. Now, additionally, what is going to be in terms of the volume another very important level you should be aware of? On the 4-hourly time frame, all we have to do is to go with the fixed range volume profile right here and measure the entire upper price action. As of right now, what you're going to see, Bitcoin got a perfect bounce at the point of control, or the biggest volume cluster of the entire upper price section, and of course I did talk about this exact level already in yesterday's video, but nevertheless, as of right now, we are clearly trading at the value area high, or the highest volume level. And what you're going to see here, we see a lot of deviations from the level, and once we see acceptance back below the value area high right here, it is a bearish Bitcoin indication. So something I want to point out, if we do see right now a push up, then potentially a rejection at our channel right here, and then once again acceptance below the value area high right here, this is then going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. That is why I am telling to you, paying yourself, securing some profits at approximately 109,000 US dollars is really not a bad idea. However, if we then break it towards the upside, we can be then looking, of course, straight towards another all-time high. That is why, if you want to right now trade with us and take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and you're already going to get 20 USDT already for just signing up, click the first link down below in the description, because yes, only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT. After after you deposit 100, you're going to get another 10 USDT. And also, after you open your first trade, you're going to get another 20 USDT. The 30,000 US dollar bonus is still available right now with the first link down below in the description after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let me also share with you what is going to be the next high-term time frame area of resistance and support for Bitcoin that we can still be aware of. But to be honest, I would actually say the liquidity level is a much bigger area of resistance because usually liquidation levels are acting as some kind of a magnet for the Bitcoin price itself. So if we go right now with our high-term time frame levels, it does look like the next daily high-term time frame level is coming in at 108.3 thousand US dollars. To be honest, I don't really think that this specific level is anything significant. I do think that if we are right now going to go towards the daily, Bitcoin is going to break it towards the upside and to actually go towards our major liquidations cluster at 109,000 US dollars. Now, additionally, because we are right now seeing this specific push towards the upside, of course, Bitcoin also confirmed a brand new daily high-term time frame area of support at approximately 105.6 thousand US dollars. So it is also going to be another high-term time frame level. And here is something you really need to pay attention to. If we are going to see another rejection right here, Bitcoin right now does have two important liquidity levels almost at the exact same area. The first liquidity level is going to be the recent low right here at 104.6 thousand, and of course the second low is then going to be the low we formed yesterday, slightly higher at approximately 105,000 US dollars. So that is why I am telling to you, if we do right now see another push up, which in my opinion it is very likely to happen, and potentially then a rejection and acceptance back below the value area high, back below the volume level, in my opinion, quite a high probability we are then going to grab liquidity below the recent lows and only then continue our way towards the upside. Again, we trade from level to level. I do have my preferred scenario, which is of course going to be that Bitcoin does continue towards a brand new all-time high towards 120,000 US dollars. However, first, let's see what happens at 109,000 US dollars because it is going to be the first major area of resistance you should really be aware of. So if you're right now looking for another position, I would say like that. If we continue higher, bearish divergences form on the RSI indicator. We maybe even see some bearish absorption on the order flow right here. I might even be interested to fire another short position on Bitcoin. However, taking a short position in such a strong uptrend is really a risky idea. That is why ideally we are more interested to still fire another long position, but I would be looking for another long position on Bitcoin or many other altcoins only at the area of support. That being said, only if we are actually going to see a retracement back towards upside, or simply if we start breaking our bigger channel towards the upside right here without any reaction. I am going to first of all pay myself with my long positions and then also add more capital, because only then we might even be expecting another all-time high to happen, not only on Bitcoin, hopefully also on Ethereum, maybe also on Solana and many different altcoins. That is why if you want to right now trade with us, take advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, and only after you're going to register, you're already going to get 20 USDT, but then also deposit because you're going to get even bigger bonuses with the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.